Hi Pisces, how are you? I hope you're well. Very professional. Unfortunately, I left my tripod at my friend's house, so I have a bit of a temporary camera setup. Yeah, so you can't quite see as much of the table as normal, so I'm very sorry about that. But I will still show you each card as it comes out, alright? Also, my hair's a mess, but we'll just ignore that. Pisces. I'm going to do you a little spread all about investing in yourself. I posted the spread up on the community tab if you wanted to look at it. It is from Emerald Lotus Divination. We're just going to look at why I should invest in myself, where I should invest my energy, and how I should invest in myself, excuse me. Then we're going to look a little bit towards the future and see what will come if I choose to invest myself and how this will change my day-to-day. And then we're going to look at something I need to learn about investing in myself and why I'm worthy of investments. I don't always work with the spread, but I know sometimes it's nice to break the questions down in that way. So that's what we're going to do today. The first card and the last card, by the way, I will read together. If you see me keep on looking over here, it's because I've got a little cheat sheet for the spread. Yeah, let's get you some cards. As always, take what resonates, leave the rest. It's all food for thought. I don't do hard and fast advice. I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to sit here and tell you exactly what I think you should do with your life. Spirit will just give you some food for thought. It may be applicable to your situation, it may not. If it's not, I highly recommend checking out some of your other placements. Let's get the right shuffle for you anyway. Oh, I've got charms. So, I'm going to pull you a charm at the end. I'm really excited that I've bought charms. The only thing that's missing from those charms is initials. I think it's good to have letters in there. So I might buy some new ones. Right, I've got the shuffle you need. Why should I invest in myself? Ooh, the reverse Knight of Cups. That's interesting. Reverse Knight of Cups tends to come up in my readings when the kind of flow and expression of emotion is blocked. So that energy could pertain to you, or it could pertain to someone else, or possibly, two of you if you're in a relationship. But either way, the answer's the same. In fact, it's basically the ultimate answer in all of tarot ever, isn't it? To focus on yourself, because you're the only one who can change. And sometimes that change is to walk away from someone. Sometimes that change is, change stuff within yourself, and then that can affect a certain dynamic. But, yeah, there's a blocked flow of emotion here. Investing in yourself is always going to improve the situation. It always is. It might help you to realise that you should walk away from somebody else who isn't able to be open and vulnerable, or it might help you to be more open and vulnerable yourself if it is within you that the blockage lies. But I would say the sort of general gist of why you should invest in yourself, looking at this card, it is to do with improving relationships with people around you. Because you do need that upright Knight of Cups energy for relationships to deepen and thrive. If you want deep, meaningful connections and relationships with people, and I'm not talking just romantic, by the way, then you need that openness and vulnerability. And there is some blockage towards that at the moment for the Pisces I'm looking at. Okay, where should I invest my energy? Ooh, yeah. I mean, this is getting to know the deep, dark depths of yourself, Pisces. There is secrets you are hiding for yourself with the High Priestess in reverse, which makes total sense alongside that Knight of Cups energy. It's almost like you're afraid of certain parts of yourself. Well, that's very human, isn't it? This has kind of got shadow work written all over it. Who else came out like that? It was one of the fire signs. It was Sag or Aries that came out like that as well. How should I invest in myself? Ooh, no messing. With confidence, with the knowledge that you're worth it, with a sense of ambition, with a sense that you've got somewhere you want to go. That's how you should invest in yourself. What will come if I choose to invest in myself? Reverse 3 of Wands. This feels like someone who's looking outside themselves a lot for answers. And it's almost like that's going to fall away as you invest in yourself more. How will this change my daily life? 3 of Pentacles. Better collaborations with other people. It goes back to what I said about that Knight of Cups energy. Better relationships with other people. Not necessarily romantic, like I say. Pentacles is normally about collaboration, teamwork. So you might find you get on much better at work once you've started investing in yourself. Not only do you become a better team player, but you learn how to deal with people who don't necessarily pull their weight. Because I'm still split as to how much this reverse Knight of Cups energy is yours, to be honest. But really, like I say, the advice, the concepts, the advice, the questions are the same, really, no matter whose energy it is, because you cannot control another person. Something I need to learn about investing in myself. The Chariot has come out in reverse. And why I'm worthy of investment. Ooh, the 9 of Cups reversed. And on the bottom of the deck, just for a little peek, because I like to have a look, is the 6 of Wands. Right. Actually, I spoke quite a lot about these cards as they came out. I'm sorry you can't see them. It's a bit annoying. But I'd like, you got to look at them all as they came out. So let's revisit that Knight of Cups energy and read it alongside this. So this is why should I invest in myself and why I'm worthy of investment. And it's all about the cups. It's all about the emotions. It's all about the love. I said that to Gemini. It's all about the love. They had a lot more cups. They had a 10 of cups. It's about identifying with this 9 of Cups your own personal sense of pleasure. What brings you happiness, and that's quite an individual energy with the 9, which makes sense because we're talking all about the self and why your own self is worthy of investment. A 9 of Cups reverse perhaps suggests a certain level of unhappiness with where you are at the moment, and it's about getting back in touch again with what does bring you happiness in your life. I wonder if at the moment you're doing quite a lot of things, Pisces, that sort of give you short-term pleasure, like instant gratification. The 9 of Cups reversed, the Sun reversed, for me, can both be cards of instant gratification. And often alongside instant gratification is harm. I'm just going to say it, sorry. It's not the most fun message to deliver, is it? But I've got to say what comes up in the cards. Instant gratification can be ultimately harmful or long-term harmful, and I'm not having a go at you, believe me, I'm not. That would be hypocritical. But I think what Spirit's trying to say is, like, you're worthy of long-term investment. You're worthy of identifying what's not just going to bring you happiness, but a sense of contentedness and a sense of long-term, what's going to serve me in the long term. This is the question that's being asked you, really, with this card. You absolutely are worthy of investment because you're worth long-term happiness. But you need to get back in touch with what those things are. that bring you that long-term happiness. Yeah. And I think for you, a lot of that occurs through connections with other people. We've got 2 3s come out, which to me feels very very linked to kind of community, family maybe, but you're obviously you know, you can choose the people in your life that give you that sense of family. It doesn't have to be blood family. Finding your people. I say that a lot in readings, but this does seem to be about finding your people, finding the people you can be emotionally open and honest with, emotionally vulnerable with. Yes, and for some of you that may mean a romantic connection, but for many of you it's more about that general sense of community, I feel. So, you know, to answer that question, why should I invest in myself? I think it's all about improving your relationships with other people. And also having a sense of who you are so that you can find your people. Because if you're not honest and authentic about who you are, the bonds that you create with other people are not based on something real, if you get me. You're not going to find your people that way because you're not being you. Okay, where should I invest my energy? I mean, ooh, it feels so Pisces. This whole spread feels so Pisces. It feels like shadow work. It feels like really getting to know the core depths of yourself. It's like there's stuff to be uncovered that perhaps you've been hiding from yourself, and therefore hiding from others. Now, I'm not saying you should just go out there and overshare, but once you know your truth better, you can better identify and attract in the people who will bring something to your life and for who you can bring something to their lives. Do you know what I mean? Like, good connections, good matches. But it does involve you seeing the darker depths of yourself. And I say dark. I do like, every time I mention shadow work, I do feel I have to caveat it and say that actually sometimes we hide really good parts of ourselves in the shadow too. It's not all like darkness and despair down there. Sometimes we have to shine a light on those parts of ourselves that we bury, because we're actually burying good things about ourselves, and there are fears around bringing the good parts of ourselves to the surface. So, I mean, I think everyone knows that what we call shadow work is supposed to be beneficial in the long term, even though it might hurt and stuff. But I don't think enough people point out that sometimes we bury really, really good parts of ourselves, and that might be for various reasons, you know. Various reasons, which I won't get into because I'm trying to keep these readings short, but it's about you identifying those for yourself anyway. But, you know, often it comes from childhood, doesn't it? It does. Especially if we were exuberant children and our parents didn't like it. That sort of thing. And I said I wasn't going to go there and I've crept there, but different for all of you. How should I invest in myself? Wow. Yeah, this King of Wands is so confident. I like the confidence that this King of Wands energy is bringing to the table for you, Pisces. It's great. It's like bold. It's like, yep, shadow work, no problem. I am going there because all the parts of me are awesome. The parts of me that I buried in the shadow, when I find them, it's going to be awesome, even if they're bad. It's just going to be awesome because it's a part of me. It's a confidence and it's an embracing of all the parts of you, Pisces. I love it. And it is quite exuberant, actually. He is exuberant and charismatic, the King of Wands. I feel there is a sort of charisma and exuberance that you've buried, Pisces. It's the weirdest thing. Yeah. Right in those shadows. I think there's an absolute joy to be discovered in your shadow, Pisces. I really do. But anyway, this King of Wands is absolutely confident that whatever on earth he finds there, he's going to be able to handle it, and he's going to be able to accept it and integrate it, and it's just such a bold, beautiful energy to be doing this shit with. I love it, Pisces. I love it, I love it, I love it. So, let's look at what's going to happen when you invest in yourself. They both come out reversed. They're both quite tentative. What will come if I choose to invest in myself, and how will it affect my day-to-day life? 2 threes, and the day-to-day life one is a Pentacles. That makes total sense, right? Because Pentacles are about real world shit. So that's kind of lovely in and of itself, isn't it? Yes, there is that sense of finding your people here if you invest in yourself. There is that sense of being able to look to the future with confidence, with excited anticipation rather than dread. It actually just feels like getting up in the morning and actually feeling a sense of excitement about what your day may hold. To me, it's expanding your energy outwards. It feels adventurous, and that, yeah, there's that sense of confidence behind it. There's that King of Wands energy behind it for sure. This guy looking out has absolutely got that King of Wands energy behind him. It's just forward facing in the most beautiful way. I love it. And then day to day, I just feel like your day to day is going to be a greater sense of collaboration, a greater sense of teamwork, whether it's with colleagues in a job or just friends and companions in general. I just feel you working on yourself. Certain people may then shift their energy and rise up to meet you energetically to where you're at. Certain people may drop off. I've had this for at least 2 other signs. I've had the 3 of Pentacles in one of these 2 positions about the future, and it's just, you know, it's just the beauty of tarot, because it's so true. It's so true that when we invest in ourselves, sometimes we do lose friendships, and this 3 of Pentacles in reverse can come through as that sort of energy. As it is energy of friendship, and yeah, sure, in reverse, certain friendships, certain bonds may fall away because some people may prefer the old you, Pisces, the old you who doesn't invest in themselves, who doesn't have boundaries, you know, who says yes maybe a bit too often. So in your day-to-day life, it does look like, yes, certain people may drop away as you invest in yourself. But also, I really feel like you're going to find new people who are your match, new people who you can have a sense of collaboration and teamwork with. Okay? It's all lovely. I really like doing these spreads, I gotta say. It's a bit quirky and unusual, and I know everyone wants a bloody love reading, but I'm enjoying doing these spreads anyway. Something I need to learn about investing in myself. Reverse Chariot. Yeah. Willpower alone does not always cut it. That's the long and the short of it. That's kind of the very literal translation here. You see, when the Chariot's upright, it can be moving forward with willpower, with motivation, yeah? But when it's in reverse, it's a reminder that willpower alone isn't enough, and that's why you need to get underneath this High Priestess shit, where this High Priestess is, you know, you're hiding secrets from yourself, you're keeping secrets from yourself, and they are like holding back your Chariot in ways that I think you don't necessarily understand until that King of Wands steps boldly in and shines this blinding great big bright torch in the depths of your soul, really. And then it's like it unlocks that ability for this Chariot to drive forward, to move forward in a way that you could not unlock with determination and willpower alone. You know, in a way that's very hard to put into words, and it's they're all quite abstract concepts we talk about when we do these readings, aren't we? Which is why we need pictures, which is why tarot is such a beautiful and helpful tool. But yeah, you might feel at the moment like you're a bit stuck in the mud, like you've got, it's almost like there's lots of energy inside you that wants to go forward, but when it moves forward, it's like the brakes are on. If that's how you feel, this is definitely your reading. Investing in yourself is gonna release those brakes. It's the secrets, whatever parts of yourself you're keeping from yourself, which I think are mostly just actually quite beautiful. But it's all beautiful anyway. Even if it's bad, it's beautiful because it's you, it's part of you. Yeah. It's like doing that work will just release those brakes in a way that, you know, you'll probably won't even perceive it or notice it, or I don't know. Yeah. It's like brute force. Brute force isn't going to cut it. Brute force is not going to drive you forward. There needs to be a gentle release of something from the depths of your soul. Yeah, a gentle bringing of something to the surface. Well, yeah, and that's going to release those brakes. It's the best way I can put it into words. Hope that makes sense. That's the energy I'm getting. Let's get some little charms for you to finish off the reading, Pisces. I hope that all made sense to you. So this is just extra winks from the universe. Whatever comes up, it might be a symbol that's important to you, or it might have some metaphorical reading that relates back to stuff we've said. We'll see. We're freestyling it here. Okay, there we go. What we got for you? Got a little strawberry. I feel like summer might be important to you. You might feel a massive shift in this chariot moving forward around summertime with that strawberry. But I think this sort of energy, this threes energy we were talking about with the finding your people and being more excited about the world, you know, when you wake up. I think that's going to happen sooner. Yeah, I think that's going to happen sooner. So you've got a little red butterfly. It's hard to show you these. Little red butterfly. That's a very transformative energy, which is beautiful, which is what happens when we do that shadow work. You know, it allows transformation to happen. A gingerbread man. A gingerbread man might be of significance to you in some way. A little starfish. Ooh. A blue starfish specifically, so that might be important to you for some reason. A rose. Oh, look, it's you, Pisces. Fish symbol. Some of you may be Christian, hey? Just get a few more. Oh, that's more than a few. Oh, you see, what did I say? I said some of you might be Christian, and then that comes up as well, that Christian cross. So, yeah, that might be of meaning to you. A little heart-shaped key. Ah, yes, some of you may really enjoy looking at the stars, maybe into astronomy or astrology. Another star again to back that up, and a moon. Star and a moon again to back that up. We've got more flowers again, which we've got more flowers following on from, we've got 3 flowers following on from a snowflake. So again, we're talking about a change in season here, a change in season of your life. Things are shifting, you know, metamorphosis, transformation, like with the butterfly. I feel like all this kind of winter to spring vibe we've got going on here relates to these threes, this energy of threes of and of finding your people. And then I feel like this chariot driving energy going forward, the brakes have come off. That feels more summer to me. I had a strong urge to put that strawberry on there, which that feels like that's going to come to you in summer. Right, Pisces, I hope that was of interest to you. I wonder if any of these little charms are cute synchronicities to you, you know? You can just... The universe just gives us the cutest synchronicities, and I just want to provide every opportunity for that to happen. And I don't know, I just wanted to show you that gingerbread man again. You know, maybe you brought a gingerbread man for your kid today, something like that. Those sort of little tiny little synchronicities, winks from the universe, I just absolutely love them, okay? And, you know, you don't have to attach huge meaning to them. It's just like, oh, yeah, that's definitely my reading. Or, oh, yeah, you know, the universe is definitely on my side. I just think it's a lovely feeling and I love it. And I just want to give extra opportunities for the universe to do that for you. As I do with the whole of tarot and everything. Cool. Thanks, Pisces. I will catch you in about 2 weeks for a Celtic Cross reading. We'll be back to my hour-long in-depth readings. I'll probably get even longer now I've bought charms. And yes, at some point I will do an all signs reading. I don't think I've done one for ages. I must get on with that. And yeah, if you're new here and you haven't subscribed and you like the way I read, please do subscribe. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. It helps all the algorithm. And as ever, please comment if you wish to. I love your comments, but only if you feel safe. All right, my loves. Bye.